Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I'm Vulkan, and today we're covering everything you need to know to get started with Vera. So please remember, this is all from a test client, so things here are subject to change. Now, with that out of the way, let's get started. So when you first log in after 2.0 hits, you need to chat with Dr. Claire in Hykros, and that'll send you into the new content. So let's talk about what's new with Vera and what you should know about. So there's tons of new stuff. So first, this new world is made up of large zones that you do need to unlock and explore, and they are absolutely packed to the hilt with things to discover. Now, you can unlock these new maps by interacting with some equipment that's positioned within each zone. So you don't need to visit Omnium Towers to reveal the map anymore. Instead, you just interact with this node-looking machine, and it's going to unlock the map. Now, speaking of the map, you might see some new icons to click on that look a little bit different than the ones we've seen in the past. So you have a new one for the transporter, you have a new one for the map unlock, and then you also have the transport to Mioria icon. But then you also have these cracked glass looking ones. So these are gray space fissures, and unfortunately I was not able to do any of them during my playtime, but they are the new open world content that you can complete along with friends. And this is in addition to another one that you can do called the Confounding Abyss. Now again, I didn't get to go in and actually test these, but from what I heard, they're just open world content you can do with other people. Now, throughout each zone, you're going to see new puzzles to complete and new versions of the same stuff we've seen before. So for instance, cactuses or cacti are the new dandelions for black nucleus. So you want to make sure to hit those and then access that black nucleus. But then you also have things called elemental lockboxes, which are puzzles. You need to go and find all of these floating bubbles, match the element and destroy them, and then you're going to be able to unlock a chest. Or then you have the surveillance guard, which is this snappy little device that'll close up whenever you get too close. So you have to reach it quickly with something like a grappling hook and then interact with it for the rewards. Then we have the password chests. So these are even more crucial now because you can earn a special currency that can be used at Gacha Machines and Mioria in order to unlock things like SSR matrices and red nucleus. So we'll cover all of these in a minute, but in Vera, you can spend up to 5 perfect deciphers each time you open a chest to get 5 times the rewards. So before it was 1 blue chip to 1 chest, 1 purple chip to 1 chest. Now you can go in and do 5 chips to 1 chest and get 5 times the rewards. It's a great system, and it really helps with the amount of time that you have to spend going through and actually finding and opening these chests. So you can also find that special Gachapon currency floating around in the world, so make sure to look high and low to find it, and you just need to run through it in order to collect it. So we've been talking about this special currency for what seems like forever. I remember a video I did like a month and a half ago about preparing for 2.0. So what is this currency actually used for? So in the city of Mioria, you have 4 Gachapon machines that you can use it on. You have the pink one, that's for cosmetic items and red nucleus. You have the blue one, which is for Samir Matrix and gold nucleus and the alternate destiny relic shard. You have the green, which are even more cosmetic items and red vouchers. And then you have the red machine, which has Huma Matrix and yellow vouchers, as well as the alternate destiny relic shard as well. So you want to make sure to clear out the machines that are most important to you first, because you'll need tons of this currency to actually reach those SSR chips inside. So for me, I'm really looking forward to Huma, so I'm going for Huma. But ultimately, you just need to choose the one that best fits you. So you might be asking, what else can we do in Mioria? Well, honestly, there's a lot of really slick new stations that you can check out. You have the service station, which you can use to purchase buffs to increase the drop rate for certain items, and you can use those with Mira, the Gachapon currency. So you kind of have to choose, do I want to buy this buff or do I want to go take another couple rolls on the Gachapon machines? Then you have debuff guns, which are like fun little pranks you can play on other players. And then next up you have trial cards, which I think let you transmog into a character. I wasn't able to test it, but it's sort of the vibe that I'm getting from those. Now, besides the new service stations, you also have fun zones, which are just like training modules for you to complete, and you can earn Mira for more Gachapon pulls. Now, outside of Mioria, there's also some pretty cool additions to the game as well. Mia can now follow you around. You can dress her up in outfits if you want to. This does unlock a short ways into the main story. They also added the training center. Now this is a really, really cool addition, and I'm very excited for this one because this lets you trial the banner weapons to see if you want to pull for them. Now to me, this is a huge addition. I wish it was there from the beginning because going out and being able to try those things out is great, and I think it's a wonderful thing they added. This would have helped lots of players make their own judgment calls instead of relying on outside perspective. Now we all know why they did this from a business point of view, but anyway, the training center is here now. Go out, utilize it when there's a new banner weapon to test out. So the last thing I want to talk about is the new gear we get and how to actually go through and unlock it. So in 2.0, we get 2 new slots for gear. We get the combat engine and the visor. Now, both of these items will increase your elemental damage, and they do come with a very special affix that gives you a % elemental damage increase. Now, these are just going to be huge boosts for damage, but they're also a key item in building your elemental team. So for instance, if you want to go Volt, you need to get a Volt engine and a Volt visor. Same with Fire, Frost, and Physical. Now, these are going to have some very high elemental attack stats, but they do also come with 4 random stat rolls as well. So grinding for these is going to be another thing to manage because they're so impactful for your team. You want to make sure to get one that fits perfectly in, and then being able to manage and try to get the 4 additional rolls that you need is just going to be one extra thing for us to grind out. So you're probably asking, well, how do we get these combat engines and visors? So you can get them from raids. They're a huge source of these, but you can also buy them directly from the new Space-Time store in the commissary. Now these do take a special currency called Space-Time fragments that you can earn from raids, and then you can use those to purchase a random engine and the upgrade parts that are needed to enhance it. Because these things are new with 2.0, they're going to take Booster Module 2 and Advancement Module 2 in addition to some upgrade parts as well. Now, the Space-Time store isn't the only thing that got a facelift with 2.0. The support store also got an upgrade, and you should be able to go out there and buy Space-Time fragments for support points. So hopefully you've been stockpiling a ton of those because you will need them in order to purchase these things. So everybody, that is a very high overview of everything you can expect with 2.0 and Vera in Tower of Fantasy. I hope this video helps you guys get ready to go and get prepared for what you can expect once you cross through that portal. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been Vulkan, and I'll talk to you guys next time.